in June of 2020, we were camping with Rick and Marta at the Grand Tetons. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place, as you can see here. And we were more specifically at Antelope Flats is where we were camping. And while we were there, Ted and Donna came and joined us. And we did a number of activities. One of them was to take a bike ride. Beautiful, beautiful bike ride. And Linda and I had our bikes. They're electric. That's a brand name. Electric. And they are electric. They're pedal assist. You can see Linda riding there. Ted and Donna brought their bikes. These are bikes that were initially just regular mountain bikes. Here you can see Rick. Somebody had a flat tire, and Rick always ready to help anybody that needs help. And so he's pumping up the tire for the lady here. But anyway, the bikes that Ted and Donna have are regular mountain bikes with a special motor installed. Front wheel has a motor in it and has a lithium-ion battery. And they are made to really move along very well, either pedaling or you can do battery assist. That's Rick right there. Anyway, Rick and Marta didn't have bikes, so in Jackson Hole, Rick went and rented 2 bikes. For himself, a regular bike, a bike that does not have a motor, it's not electric. He provided all the power, and he could really go too. He was probably less tired than most of us. He also rented a bike for Marta, and Marta's bike is an electric bike. And so she has pedal assist, or I think she can turn a throttle. On the ones that the others of us have, you have a throttle as well, so you can either be assisted, 5 levels of assist. The higher the level, the more assist it gives you. There's Ted and Donna right there on their bikes. And they have a handle grip that they can turn. They don't even have to pedal if they choose not to. You might wonder, what's a range? How far can you go with a bike like that? Well, the ones that Linda and I have, we can go quite easily 40 miles, maybe 50 miles. But it depends on the hills and how much assist that you do. We generally get about 40 or 50 miles out of them. I think Ted and Donna's, they could probably go further because they have battery that is twice the size of the battery that we have. This is actually in the national park that we're riding, and they have beautiful trails, smooth and beautiful all the way everywhere you go. Lots of flowers, different types of flowers you can see. There's fireweed, there's the Indian paintbrush. By the way, the Indian paintbrush is Wyoming's state flower. And you can see the Tetons here, a view of the peaks and the jagged glacier canyon below. Beautiful alpine forests as well. There's a lot of quaking aspen in the area as well. We packed our lunch. Oh, here, Rick stopped again. That's Rick. Somebody needs help. Rick is always there to help. That's my son. Anyway, we were having a great time enjoying the whole thing here. And so glad that Ted and Donna were able to come out and join us on this trip as well. There's Linda riding her bike. The bikes that we got, electric bikes, they're pedal assist, they're 5 levels, and the higher level that you choose, the more assistance it gives you. However, you can just crank the handle and you don't have to pedal at all. Your battery might only be good for 15 or 20 miles if you don't pedal. Aren't these beautiful? Just beautiful, beautiful flowers. You have all kinds of colors. You've got the purples as you see here. You've got blues and reds and yellows and And of course there's lots of greenery. Apparently they must have had lots of rain in the area because everything looks so very green and beautiful. There's Jenny Lake. You can take a boat trip across here, go on the other side. There's a lot of backpacking that you can do. You just plain hiking. We went to two lakes actually, not only Jenny Lake, but we kept on going to Leah Lake as well. We started from somewhere around Moose Junction, somewhere around there, maybe a little further, but because we had electric assist, we really didn't get tired. However, our seats, bottoms, even though we have very good bike seats, after a while it kind of gets a little sore. What helps is to kind of stand up on the pedals while you're riding and just use the throttle alone where you're not pedaling. It takes a little weight off the seat and gives you a little break, and pretty soon you're going again. Ted and Donna are avid bird watchers, and we're all avid eaters. And you can see Rick chowing down on his sandwich. Everybody, I think, made their own sandwiches. Anyway, we brought our sandwiches and other food. People shared their carrots, and Marta brought some delicious raspberries and blackberries that we enjoyed as well. But most of all, we enjoyed each other's companionship, friendship, and just had a good time together. The water was cold. Now, I didn't check it out, but Ted went in. He went above his ankles. Isn't that amazing? Everywhere we stopped, it was just beautiful everywhere. Now, you may be wondering, how did I take these videos and why am I not in it? Well, first of all, I didn't do any selfies. Most of the video I took with my Sony camera, and that's whenever I'm standing still, when you don't see me riding the bike. Here we're turning around and we're heading back. This is from Leah Lake, but I have my Sony camera is put on my glasses so I can see what number this actually is. Keep forgetting it. I should know it. I've had it for a while. Anyway, it's a 4K camera, and it is a FDR AX53. Wonderful little camera. But then you'll also see video just like what you're seeing right now, where I'm actually riding and videoing at the same time. For that, I use a little Osmo Pocket. And so I'm holding it in my right hand, and I'm pedaling as I'm going with the battery assist and catching up. So those were the two cameras that I used. In one little shot that you'll see towards the end, you will see me actually riding, and Rick took that picture, or that video. You also saw one still camera at the very, very beginning where all six of us were in the picture. That still was taken on Marta's camera by another tourist, somebody going by there. We asked them, hey, would you mind taking a picture of us for us? And now, we parked our motorhome. We have a Winnebago View, and dogs weren't allowed in the park on the path. We have a basket that we can put her in, and she rides with us at times, but this time we had to leave her in the motorhome. So we cracked the windows open a little bit, opened a couple vents, and I think I had a fan going in there too. Since we have solar on top, we can run a fan without running down the battery. So here goes Rick. Look how fast he can go. And he's the only one without a motor. But, okay, this was one of my favorite shots right here because I like that fence. I like the flowers along the way. And, of course, just seeing the mountains. That person that just went by, that's somebody else, not anybody from our group, the first one. The others, of course, are. But anyway, we got back to the motorhome, and lady was just fine. She was in there very happy to see us. So here you can see we are approaching the parking lot where we left. Well, I think that Ted and Donna brought their Jeep, and Rick had his pickup there. Rick has a fifth wheel, Rick and Marta. And so here we are, all back with sore bottoms, happy faces, and we had a great time.